Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're going to give a few minutes for us to get started, for folks to get in. Thank you for joining today. Looks like we have quite a few folks in the building. I know it's kind of a crazy time right now, but I think this is a great topic. So let's get going. So hello and welcome. My name is Genena Armstrong, and I'm an executive coach with Building Champions. Thank you so much for investing these next few minutes with me. Our theme for today is pretty simple and timely. The 5 habits of a strategic thinker, leading yourself to get ahead and stay ahead. And at Building Champions, we always say and we believe that better humans make better leaders. And strategic thinking starts with self leadership. It shows up really in about 5 repeatable habits you can begin implementing immediately. So, for context, many leaders tell me they're really drowning in the urgent. The calendar is full, the inbox never ends, and the horizon keeps just shifting and shifting. Strategy, it really isn't a slide deck, it's the ongoing discipline of connecting current reality to an envisioned future and choosing a few moves that bridge the gap. And so, if you remember nothing else today, remember this line: strategy lives at the bridge that's anchored in the current reality and aimed at your envisioned future. And then that bridge mindset forces us to ask, how will this strategy position our customers, our teams, and our business for the future? And so, with that foundation, let's discuss the 5 habits. Okay, so habit number 1, bivocal vision, which is see now and next at the same time. And strategy is clear thinking about 2 truths really at once: what is real today and what must be real tomorrow. So strategic thinkers hold both views so that their decision reflects both the current reality and also the envisioned future. So when you lead with a bifocal vision, you replace the guesswork with grounded choices and you keep your team centered on what matters most. So, understanding your current reality, let's talk about that a little bit. That just means that you really need to state the facts about your company's performance, your capacity, your risk, and also your constraints, and then doing so in plain language so that everyone understands what it means, where you're at in your current reality. The second area is determine your envisioned future. And that just simply means to describe what winning, quote unquote, looks like in the next few quarters, the outcomes that you're hoping to gain, that customers will notice and the business will be able to measure. So make it also make it specific enough so that you can guide your trade-offs. Thirdly, with bifocal vision is refresh your view very often. Things change all the time. You already know with AI, these new technologies, they're introduced, and then all of a sudden the market just shifts. And so be sure to reconfirm your current reality and revisit your envisioned future frequently, really, because if you don't, your choices may go out of line, right? So if you don't, then things could change so much that, then everything changes in the envisioned future, right? So stay aligned and stay relevant by refreshing your view often. And, really, if you as leaders keep both the now and the next in the view, then the team gains clarity, the noise loses power, and every decision pushes in the same direction. Okay, number 2, block on time, quote unquote. You can steer what you can't see. You can't steer what you can't see. And you can't see without margin. Let me say that again. You can't steer what you can't see, and you can't see without margin. On time is protected time to think, to review, and adjust. It's where strategic leadership actually happens. So treat it like a standing commitment to clarity so you can act before problems really get too hard and then the opportunities just pass you by. So there's a couple things related to this block your on time. And so that just means build a simple dashboard. And so when I say on time, that means you're on time, like when you're on, time that when you're on. Okay. So track the vital few indicators, right, on the dashboard. So track your revenue, your margin, your pipeline, your cycle times, your quality, your customer health, and just regularly ask what's wrong, what's missing, what's right, and then what's confusing. So do those things as you're looking at a dashboard, building out a dashboard. The second thing to do to block your on time is look for patterns. Use your on time to spot early predictors and make those small course corrections that you have before they become missed opportunities or expensive mistakes. You don't want that. So definitely look at some of those patterns that are out there. Thirdly, make it a non-negotiable. Put it on your calendar and protect it consistently, consistently, consistently. And consistency turns insight into better, faster decisions and steadier execution. Lastly, capture commitments. Document what you will see and what will start, stop, and continue doing. Share the changes that matter so the team can align pretty quickly. So regular on time helps you stay focused on what really matters the most. It's really the discipline that keeps you leading proactively instead of reacting compulsively or impulsively, rather. Habit number 3, observe trends. So strategic thinkers continually scan for what's new and different. The goal isn't to predict everything, right? It's to see shifts early enough to adjust with confidence and position the team before the wave arrives. So, a few things. Watch your customer shifts. Notice how expectations are changing around speed, personalization, convenience, and value. And then capture what they actually feel and would pay for, right, with your customers. The second thing is learn from competitor moves. Study their bets and misses to sharpen your own choices without copying. Okay. And so understand what they are training customers to want next because the competitors' moves are pretty important if you're going to be looking at some of the trends that are out there and you want to stay competitive. And then thirdly, you want to translate insight into action. So use what you see to update priorities, refine messaging and time launches, and then retire what no longer serves you. I think we often forget to just take the time to say, you know what, this isn't working anymore. And so retire it. It's okay. Don't do it anymore. So when you develop this, outward facing habit, you move sooner, you allocate smarter, and you give your team a clearer path forward when you look at and make sure that you're observing the trends. All right. And habit number 4 is ensure clarity on strategic bets. So strategic thinkers transform the gap between the current reality and envision future, like I said, and they do this with compelling strategic bets. They help everyone see exactly what will change, why it matters, and how success will be judged. Use these steps to cast strategic bets that your team can rally around and execute. So, number one, tie each bet to customer value and future positioning. What you want to do is state how the bet improves an outcome that your customers actually notice. So, for example, speed, quality, reliability, personalization, cost, and then how that all strengthens your position over the next few quarters. Then name the measure that you'll watch. For example, you're going to measure onboarding time. You might measure NPS score like we do here at Building Champions, renewal rates, any of those types of measurements. And you want to do that so value isn't just left up to interpretation. Secondly, assign one owner, and right size the team. Put a single name on each of the bets. Teams collaborate, but one person is accountable. And you match roles to strengths so people are doing their best work. You create that space also by deciding what will stop and what will be paused. And then a clear owner plus free capacity beats a crowded project plan every single time. Thirdly, plan the first month in simple steps. List the first 3 actions, the order that they need to happen, of course, and then a few checkpoints to confirm you're on the right track. Pick 1 or 2 early signs that show it's working before revenue changes. When you do all 3 of these things, your strategic bets are written, they're owned, they're resourced, they're clearly explained. Your team knows exactly how to win when this all happens. And then habit number 5, focus on your team. Your people are the ones who execute on your strategy. So you must be pouring into them at all times. Make sure your people are aligned to the strategy and getting what they need from you to do great work. When you align the team and then you consistently pour into them, the strategy moves faster and the culture gets stronger. So let's look at the first area that we want to talk about is align your team to the strategy. And what that looks like is making sure that everyone knows the plan, why it matters, and what success looks like. So be clear about your priorities, your roles, and how each person's work moves the strategy forward. Secondly, pour into your teammates. Pour into them. Give your people the time, the attention, and the honest feedback that they need. Celebrate the progress, remove roadblocks as a leader. That's part of your responsibility. And then let them know you're in it with them, that you're also rolling up your sleeves. Thirdly, look at their strengths, right? Put people where they do their best work and then pair complementary strengths. Shift the task so talent is used well. Know what your people do best. Fourthly, develop and strengthen your team, right? Help each person grow with coaching, simple training, and then real stretch assignments. Keep it practical and then also tie it to the work that you're working on, the work at hand. And then lastly, make the next one-on-one powerful. Come prepared to your one-on-ones. Connect weekly with the work that's going on and how it's tied to the strategy. And then ask what's working and what's getting in their way. And then agree on 1 or 2 clear commitments before you leave your meeting. So aligning, pouring into, developing, playing to strengths, your team gets stronger and stronger each time. And when this happens, your strategy moves forward faster. So, in summary, the 5 habits of a strategic thinker. So, number 1 is having that bifocal vision, which again means hold the current reality and the envisioned future at the same time so that decisions reflect what's true now and what must be true next. Habit number two, block on time. Create protected space to review a simple dashboard, see the patterns early, and then steer with leading indicators. Habit number 3, observe trends, stay outward facing, listen to your customers, watch your industry, and learn from competitors to spot shifts before they hit. Habit number 4 of a strategic thinker is ensure clarity on strategic bets. So tie each bet to customer value and future position, name one owner, and map the first 30 days with visible milestones. And then last habit, number 5, focus on your team. Align people to the strategy, pour into them, leverage the strengths that they have, develop capability, and make your one-to-ones count. Strategic thinking is just really a repeatable leadership rhythm, if you think about it. When, these habits all work together, you move from reacting to leading with clarity, and the results then will follow. That's how you lead yourself to get ahead and stay ahead. So here's my call to action. If you like help, we're looking at developing these habits, or you'd love to work with me as a coach, our one-to-one coaching pairs proven strategy frameworks with practical rhythms tailored to your role and current reality. Scan the QR code on this slide and reach out to schedule a free discovery call. Thank you for joining me today and have a wonderful rest of your week.